Welcome to the RadioU podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, Wendy's is making a major change to their biggie bag deals.
Also, Gen Z has named its Millennial Karen.
All that and more on the way next. A 55-year-old Turkish woman claims Donald Trump is her father. 8772 RadioU. This is real. A 55-year-old woman from the country of Turkey. Her name is Nekla Osman. She's filed a legal claim asserting that our president, Donald Trump, is her biological father, and she wants a DNA test to prove it. Where's Maury Povich when you need him?
Right. Well, okay, here's the thing with this. Like, what does Donald Trump have to do to, like, you know, what is, like...
Go on.
It's all on her side, like, to completely prove this. You know, like, the burden of proof is on her side. Mm-hmm. But I just don't know exactly what incentive there is for Donald Trump to even, like, consent.
Acknowledge it, yeah.
To, like, a DNA test, you know?
Yeah, because, like, she's going through the courts in Turkey and everything, and actually so far has not had a lot of success because apparently they're very strict in Turkey about, like, if you want to get a DNA test to prove somebody is your parents or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to do some kind of, you know, have some kind of pretty good evidence to make them go through all that trouble.
Yeah.
Especially if it's somebody that's not even in Turkey. And so even if she could get the country of Turkey's, their courts to
agree to this.
Yeah, go all through with this. What is Donald Trump going to actually listen to the country of Turkey? Probably not.
No.
Whatever their court says. But her story is that her parents told her she was adopted. They had, you know, difficulties having children. They adopted her from a woman who apparently the woman that was that they adopted her from claimed that this was Donald Trump's baby. And so this woman now, Nekla Osman, she says she doesn't want money or anything like that, but she just wants to know the truth. And like with all of this, she also says that, like, she believes it because of the resemblance.
Okay.
Allie, you've got a picture here, at least one picture. Do you see the resemblance? Can you believe it based off of that?
I mean...
I gotta cover up the hair.
She has blonde hair, and it looks natural. Like, it doesn't look dyed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I could definitely believe it. I've seen parents that look less like their children.
Yeah, that's fair. I will say, like, as far as just, like, certain characteristics that you would look at immediately, like eyes and nose, I'm not really seeing a resemblance there.
It's not, yeah, you're right. The nose is different. It's not enough to obviously confirm the case, of course.
Yeah.
But it's also not like they look so different that you'd be like, well, there's no way.
Shocked.
Like, I can see it a little bit.
Yeah, you wouldn't be shocked if it actually was, you know, but it's just like, if that's all we have to go on currently, I'm like...
That and her story that her mom told her or whatever.
Yeah.
I
feel bad. I feel bad for her, like her mother, or
she doesn't know who her real parents are.
Right, I was gonna say this story was told to her, so she truly does want to know the truth. I mean, I kind of believe her in that scenario, but I just don't believe that she's actually Donald Trump's daughter. I think whoever that lady was probably just lied.
Yeah, saw him on the news at that time.
Yeah,
but I mean, the real question that, like, how could we ignore it all the way till this time? Even if she was Donald Trump's daughter, and she was, you know, with some other woman, how did she wind up in Turkey?
Right.
Why would she be in the country of Turkey?
It's very random. It's super, super random.
I don't even know if Donald Trump's ever been to Turkey in his life.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, how did this pregnancy happen exactly?
Yeah. Did she go to Turkey after? Like, I just don't understand the timeline,
right?
Or the logistics of this.
It doesn't add up. I'm sorry, Nekla. Donald Trump is not your dad.
I do want to know, though. What would it hurt? We talked about this on the show recently. trying to come up with what is the name for the next generation of Karen. You remember this?
Yes, I do.
I remember talking about it. I don't remember any of our suggestions or what we landed on.
I think we both suggested Jennifer as an option. Because basically what it comes down to is the most popular name from that generation for a female, a woman. And because at least that's what it is for Karen. That was a very popular name at that, the time of the generation that we're talking about. And so now that we're moving on to the next generation, I think that's just the natural segue is you're just going to pull out one of the most popular names from that generation. And Jennifer was the first one that popped into mind for me, but apparently for social media, it's a different name.
Yeah. Well, I feel like Jennifer feels a bit old to me.
Okay.
Because my mom had a lot of Jennifers. And my mom is too old to be this.
It was really popular in the 70s and 80s, I feel like. So
yeah, that's too old.
Okay.
This is why, if you've been on TikTok, you know that the millennial version of Karen has been decided, and the name is Jessica. Which I can't, what do you think? 8772 RadioU, let us know. Is Jessica an appropriate continuation of the next generation of Karen? We need to know. But to me, I don't think it's completely way off because it does fit the generation. But I feel that, one, too long. I think part of the beauty of Karen, two syllable. Yeah. Yep. I think Jessica's one too many syllables. Two, I don't think that Jessica is Karen is a name that only applies to that generation.
Yeah.
There's not Karens from history and there's not baby Karens now. So that's why it works.
Yeah.
Jessica is, it definitely was one of the most popular names for millennials.
Yeah.
But I also think there's that Jessica goes back in history.
Yeah.
There's some Jessicas in history. And there's also, I could still see a child being named Jessica, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just feel like it's not exactly perfect. It's not what I would have chosen, but I'm going to roll with the punches. If this is it, this is it.
What would you have chosen? Do you have anything else in mind?
I've been cycling through names because I'm just thinking of the other popular names of that generation, like Brittany, too long.
Yeah. Maybe that's the problem. All the names.
Danielle.
Also too long.
That's 2.5 syllables, right?
I don't know.
I think we're getting somewhere.
I think Danielle, that doesn't sound as, I don't know. And this is my problem with Jessica as well. I've never met a Jessica that I would consider a Karen.
Yeah.
And so, that's another part of it. It's I haven't met somebody with that name that's had that mentality of I'm gonna talk to your manager,
Also, this literally, can I say, feels a little lazy?
Yeah,
because
it's an easy pick.
I literally just looked up the most popular millennial names for women. Jessica's number one.
Yeah, it definitely was the most popular.
How about number two? Actually, I love this. This would have been a better choice. Ashley.
Yes.
Ashley is so much better.
Ashley is perfect. It's perfect. I'm sorry, Ashley, if you are listening, any Ashleys out there.
There definitely are Ashleys listening. And some of them are really nice, but some of them are also Ashleys.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that might be the one.
And I'm sorry. I know we're choosing this name, but we don't make the rules. We didn't decide that Ashley. We are deciding, but it's not. We're not picking it out of thin air. No. Ashley does fit.
It does fit. It definitely fits. The whole it's easy to say, but also I will say, just to wrap this all up, this confirms to me my sense that I've always felt, which is I will never name any of my children, especially daughters, with a top 10 name.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Never. Because this is a potential of happening, you know?
Well, so we're just too creative.
Yeah, well, I just feel like I don't want to have to worry about my daughter, Madison, being the new, Karen.
A few minutes ago, we were talking about how it's been decided on TikTok that Jessica is the name for the next generation of Karen. Because, Karen is one certain age. What is the millennial Karen?
Yeah.
TikTok says Jessica. We don't necessarily agree.
We don't agree.
I posited that Ashley would be a better choice.
It's perfect.
And we've had some texts coming in at 8772 RadioU. Nathan said, Ashley is perfect. Remember the show Recess with the snobby girls that were all named Ashley?
I forgot about that. All the Ashleys.
Even at the time when Ashleys were children, it was already known.
We knew this was coming.
It was already known.
Scott says, I know I have dealt with more bad Ashley than good Ashley. Oh, no. And that's what we're talking about here. We're talking about percentages.
Yes.
This isn't about like every Ashley's bad. This just means sometimes what happens with this generation is like the people that do act like Karen happen to be named Ashley.
Yes, exactly. This is the thing everybody needs to remember that, and this is true for Karens and Ashleys. Every person named Karen is not a Karen.
No.
But every Karen is named Karen.
Yeah.
Every person named Ashley is not an Ashley, but every Ashley is totally an Ashley. Is named Ashley.
Yeah.
William says, I don't know if it fits, but what about Stacy?
I think Stacy, for me, in my head, has always been an older name because I think of like the 80s with like the 80s movies being like from that
it stretches
generation.
A little back further.
Yeah, like a Gen X name. But I think it could work because it's kind of one of those names that's a bridge between a couple generations. But we talked about this when we were picking out what name to choose. There's something about choosing a name that kind of only is in that generation.
Yes,
and because Stacy's kind of a bridge, like it could be a millennial, it could be a Gen X, maybe even a boomer. But like for the most part, it's a name that kind of goes between. But for the most part with Ashley, it's like that's a millennial.
Oh, yeah, 100. You say the name, you say somebody was named Ashley, you kind of know how old they are.
Yeah.
You just kind of know. Regina says, I can't think of any Ashleys. People named Ashley, I guess that she knows, but it's definitely a popular name that I could definitely see for a mean cheerleader.
We heard from another William. He said, how about we just call these people spoiled brats instead? I mean, that's kind of what they are. It's like an entitlement type of thing, but it's more fun to have a name, William. I think that's like, we've already set this up as the standard with Karen.
This might settle it all. Olivia goes, I was going to bring up the Recess thing too. All the Ashleys, but my immediate thought was my big sister, and she definitely fits the description.
She's throwing her sister under the bus. Oh, I hope your sister's not listening, Olivia.
It's over. It's over now. This is it. Ashley, I'm sorry to TikTok, but TikTok, you're wrong. Ashley is the name. Millennial Karens are Ashleys.
Yes, it's I'm sorry if the shoe fits.
Yeah, exactly. Olivia just sealed it. We've already covered a few wild fantasy football loser punishments so far this season.
Yeah, we have.
See where you rank this one, where I don't even know how they pulled this off, but one guy lost his fantasy football league, and so he had to work an entire Southwest Airlines flight as an honorary flight attendant. He had to pass out the snacks, collect everybody's trash, and then at the end, the actual flight attendant like made an announcement over the speaker.
Yeah.
Asking everybody to raise their hand and vote of whether he should actually be able to be a flight attendant if he did a good job or not. And he actually passed.
Let's go.
Yeah. Is this a good punishment?
I think it's a pretty fun one. Like, as far as like creativity, it's definitely out of the box. Like, not a normal thing you're gonna see, and not an easy one to pull off. Like you said, there's got to be some planning involved.
Yeah.
here.
How did they negotiate with the Southwest crew to actually let this guy participate in flight attendantry?
Listen, the flight attendants are like, help us with any way
take
to
all the
keep
help we can get. Yeah,
to keep the passengers engaged and like not getting in fights with one another or like have something else to complain about or whatever. And so this is like an easy yes for them because it's going to be a distraction throughout the whole flight for every passenger to be like watching this guy.
That would have been the real test of if you could be a flight attendant, is if some person got too drunk and started, freaking
Swinging.
out and trying to jump out the window and he had to duct tape them to the seat.
Yeah,
could he
right.
do that?
Could he pull that off?
That would have been the real test.
That would be a hard test to live up to, like to pass. But But I think he did a good job, clearly, because everyone gave him a yes, like they asked to vote yes or no. Every passenger voted yes, and no one voted no.
I feel like it doesn't say much for flight attendants, does it? Like,
that
I'm
this
sorry.
guy could pull it off?
Yeah, that he could come in and get a unanimous yes when he's never flight attendanted in his entire life.
That's fair, but I do think that most people probably just felt bad for him, and they were like, yeah, just vote yes so you can go sit down.
They also, like, they only saw the easy stuff, and the flight attendant crew probably only gave him the easy stuff of go down the aisle holding a trash bag.
Right.
Anybody could do that, but there's all this stuff behind the scenes.
Yep.
Or, like we said many times, it doesn't happen on every flight, but the difficult passengers. Right. That's what you got.
Well, and all the emergency training they have to go through. Like, they've got a lot of training that they have to do. The real test would have been if they could have had him do the PSA at the beginning. Yeah, the demonstration.
From memory.
Yes.
Like, show you've been paying attention on all the flights you've been on. Whose mask are you supposed to put on first? You or your child's? See if he could pull that off.
Right.
Kai Cenat has revealed that he's reading books now. 8772 RadioU, one of the biggest streamers there is. He's some people are kind of making fun of him for this.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, people just make fun of anything. But he has started, if you find his secret YouTube channel, which is not much of a secret, Kai's Mind, you'll see him on there posting short videos of him reading, doing workouts, other self-improvement stuff.
Okay.
And so, like, it's kind of become, like, more of a thing for him to be reading.
Yeah.
And so people have been asking, like, why? Why are you reading books now? Why start now?
Why not?
Because it's not fun. But he answered. He says that he has started making a point to read because he wants to be able to, and this is a quote, articulate himself better.
Okay.
He says, and I totally get this, he says that he's noticed that people don't take him seriously, that particularly in, like, if he gets into it, like an argument or a debate with somebody, he feels like he's not always able to get his points across the way he wants to. And he feels like if he starts reading and I guess expanding his vocabulary and just kind of like having different ways to approach subjects, that he'll be more effective at that, which I think is actually really smart.
I completely agree. The brain is a muscle that you need to sharpen, and you need to keep it, you need to keep using it all the time. Don't just don't go home and just, like, scroll on your phone for 3 hours, and don't, like, consume anything that would be like a book or maybe a podcast or something that can actually help you learn something. You constantly should be learning new things in life to keep your brain sharp.
Yeah.
And so I think this is a great thing for him to do. And it does help. Like, it absolutely does help to read. It's going to sharpen your mind. You're going to be able to be better in those conversations and not stutter and not be like, oh, I don't know what words to look for anymore. It's going to help you.
Yeah. And there is kind of a thing of, like, there's some kind of thought process of having a very large vocabulary makes you see, like, you're
makes
fancy
you seem
or
super
like,
smart.
Yeah, but it's like for some people they'll be like, oh, look at you using the big words.
Mr. Dictionary.
Yeah, but actually I think there's a big gap between, like, using big words that are too much for the average person to understand, and then there's, like, the vocabulary that a lot of people have, but in the middle, there's words that you can use that aren't what normal people would use.
Yeah.
That they will understand and will make you sound smarter without making you sound way too, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying too hard.
There's a difference between using, like, overly flowery language, like overly just complicated language that is, it's one of the things where it's like people try to kind of cover up the point that they're making by using overly complex verbiage.
If they think if they can use a word you won't understand, it will intimidate you or something like that.
Yes, exactly. No, people actually do that in debate. This is it actually is a tactic in debate to try and kind of, like, throw people off by either talking really fast, so that kind of intimidates people, or using a lot of language that comes off as very complex and complicated, and it's like, oh no, they've built this, like, strongman argument. I have no idea how to beat it. And so, there is a difference between doing that and then also just, like, using some words that maybe people aren't always grasping for on a regular basis, but they know those words. And when you use them, it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that word.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, oh, it makes you do sound smarter.
Yeah, I that's what I strive for. So I think it's great that Kai Cenat has decided to do this. I also think he seems to be realizing like he's getting into more of his clothing brand and stuff like this.
So he's just maturing overall.
Yeah, I think he's growing up, and he's also, I mean, he's been a Twitch streamer, right?
Yeah.
It's his like main thing, but like even he's 24 or something like that.
Wow,
He's
I didn't
got
realize he was that young.
Yeah, he's got a lot of life ahead of him, but you're also realizing like even though that can be very lucrative, it's mentally very tough to like a long-term career for you.
Might not be super fulfilling, super challenging
so
once you've reached the top.
He's looking for different avenues and ways that he can, capitalize on the business that he's created. Oh, yeah, we got a fun one today. First to Worst Thursday. Allie and I each choose our first choice and worst choice from a given topic. You decide which of us chose better and which picks we just straight up missed. Today's topic, modes of transportation. I get to pick first. Before I pick, I want to explain my criteria.
Okay.
I'm thinking convenience.
Okay.
Safety.
Okay.
Versatility.
Okay.
And funness.
Yes.
This is what I'm basing this off of.
Okay.
For first, I am choosing the best mode of transportation. Golf cart. Almost anyone can drive one.
Okay.
Convenient. Not only can it go most places, versatile, it also has storage. You can have more than one person with you.
Yeah.
You can haul a few things.
Yeah.
You pick up some groceries or bring some food home, whatever you need to do. Golf clubs, of course.
Right.
Safe. Like how many times do you hear people getting in horrible golf cart accidents?
I mean, we saw one in the national championship game last year.
That is true. It's not impossible.
But no one got hurt.
Yeah. And it's fun. It's kind of like a convertible.
Yeah.
It's like a mini convertible, not as expensive as a car.
Yeah.
So, golf cart.
Yeah.
Worst, hot air balloon.
Oh.
Hot air balloons to me are scary.
Okay.
It's not even heights, but it's just like you're lazily floating through the sky with a giant fire. And if you start to fall, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
They're not convenient.
No.
Nobody has ever been like, hey, how are we going to get over there? Hop in my hot air balloon. And there's many days you can't even use them in the first place. Places and areas. That all said, hot air balloon, worst mode of transportation. Allie, your turn.
Okay, so for me, I base this entirely off of funness and how I view a fun mode of transportation. So I don't have exactly the same criteria as what you're thinking, although one of the reasons I chose the worst was because of the safety thing.
Okay.
So for first, I went with a pontoon boat. I have never been mad or upset when I'm on a pontoon boat.
Okay.
They're so fun, and I just think they're one of the funnest modes of transportation, one of the best. And then for worst, I actually went with helicopter because of safety. I'm just too nervous to get in a helicopter, I gotta be honest.
I thought about that, yeah.
With all of the accidents that have happened, and it just feels like the least stable type of aircraft, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I'm like, how does it even stay up in the air, So I just want to stay away from helicopters.
Yeah, I get that. I definitely considered helicopter, but also I do think flying in a helicopter could be fun.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have fun in a hot air balloon in any instance. I would just be nervous the whole time.
Okay.
Helicopter, similar concerns, but I just feel...
It's a lot more jerky in a helicopter.
Yeah. All right, your choice, 8772 Radio U, first and worst modes of transportation. I have first, golf cart, worst, hot air balloon. Allie.
For first, I have a pontoon boat, and for worst, I have a helicopter.
Let us know who chose better and what your choices are at 8772 Radio U. We are doing first to worst. Let us know your thoughts on our picks today at 8772 Radio U. Our topic is modes of transportation. I had the first pick. My first choice is golf cart. I think that's the best, most fun mode of transportation. And the worst, I chose hot air balloon.
Yes.
Inconvenient, impractical, scary. And so that's why I chose it for worst.
Okay. For first, I went with pontoon boat. And Hudson, you took a lot of time explaining your first, and I really didn't. And so I'm going to just take a moment to explain why I chose it.
I thought your argument was just you have fun on a pontoon boat.
Well, I want to explain why I have fun and why I have fun memories. I love the song by a little big town called Pontoon. Who doesn't love that song?
It's a good song.
It's a good, fun song. It makes you feel good vibes and all of that.
Very
summery. But also growing up in Zambia, we would go on anytime we would have people that would be visiting us from the United States, we would schedule these boat tours for them where you could go on the Zambezi River, and it would always be like a safari boat tour, so where you're looking for animals on the Zambezi River, and it would be during the sunset. And so, you could see Victoria Falls in the distance, the mist coming up. And so I have such great memories of that. And those were always on pontoon boats. So that's why I chose that. And then for worst, I went with helicopter because I'm way too scared to ever get in the helicopter. Even if it is a cool experience, I'm just really scared of them.
The votes are rolling in. Dee got in first. She's voting for you.
Okay.
But she's also voting for horse as the best. A good horse knows the way, she says.
All right.
I definitely thought about, not horse just on its own, but a horse and buggy, a horse and carriage.
Those are cool, but
they sound fun.
They can also be pretty slow with the carriage, but a horse just on its own, and pretty fast.
I want to ride in them. I don't want to drive. I don't want to be in charge.
Okay.
But I still think that's fine. You can still choose that way. Yeah. She also chose worst city bus.
I think that's, unfortunately, probably a pretty bad one.
Yeah.
Pretty bad option.
It's down there with the subway.
Yeah.
Where convenient, but also depending on what city you're in,
it can be pretty a bad experience.
Yeah, for sure.
We also heard from Susanna. She says, voting for Hudson because I've seen the aeronauts and I am scared of hot air balloons now.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
But I feel like I don't want to watch it if it made you scared of hot air balloons because I'm already scared of them. Regina said, going with Hudson, golf cart is fun to drive and I enjoyed the helicopter ride I took as a kid. Now I have Little Big Town song Pontoon in my head, and I'm not upset.
It's such a good song. I gotta go listen to that after this. We're from Corey. He says, I've enjoyed a good pontoon boat ride, and one of my favorite TV shows, ER. Love to crash helicopters. So I'm going with Allie.
William texted in at 8772 RadioU. He says, I agree with both of you for best, so according to the worst, I'm going with Hudson.
Ooh.
Because hot air balloons, not great for getting around. I would only use for fun.
It's not very fast.
If you accept that both are dangerous, hot air balloons serve really no purpose. They're never the most convenient way to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Helicopters, sometimes it's the only way.
Yeah, hot air balloons, that's not really their purpose at all. It's not really to take you places as much as it is just to experience a view. So,
therefore makes it a bad mode of transportation.
Yeah, it's not really a mode of transportation. Maybe that's the flaw.
That could be.
Yeah.
You might have found a loophole here. Wendy's has been known for their biggie bag deals for a while now. And they claim that they are giving them an upgrade for 2026. 8772 RadioU. See if you think this is an upgrade to the situation of the Wendy's biggie bag deals. So starting now at Wendy's, you can get a $4 Biggie Bites combo. Where can you eat for $4?
Not really many places. And they used to have the four for $4 deal. So I'm looking at this picture here, Wendy's. I see you're getting two things for $4.
Well, listen, the $4 Biggie Bites combo lets you choose whether you want a crispy chicken sandwich, a junior cheeseburger, a junior bacon cheeseburger, or a 4-piece nuggets, one of those options.
Okay.
Plus, you get to pair whatever of those choices you chose with a 4-piece nugget, a junior fry, or a small drink.
Okay. A small drink?
So 2 for $4.
Yeah, 2 for $4.
Is that an upgrade?
Again, they used to have a 4 for $4.
And
you would get a junior bacon cheeseburger, chicken sandwich. You get 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink.
No, forget about that, Allie. That's the pass. This is 2026, and 2 things for $4 is a good deal.
I just want the good old days back for 4 for 4.
Okay, wait, maybe that's not good enough, but maybe we can entice you with this. Now Wendy's has the $6 biggie bag.
What?
The $6 biggie bag.
It used to be the $5 biggie bag.
This lets you step things up with 4 total items. 4 for $6.
They used to be the $5 biggie bag to get 5 items.
They
just increased it.
You get to choose between a crispy chicken sandwich, a junior cheeseburger, a junior bacon cheeseburger, or a double stack. And then you also get 4 nuggets, a junior fry, and a small drink.
That is the $5 biggie bag. They just increased it to 6.
That's also the 4 for 4 combo.
Yes.
Literally the 4 for 4. And now it's $6 for
All you're telling me is I'm paying more money for Wendy's.
You have to erase that memory.
I don't want to.
We're not going back to that time.
I want to remember the good old days.
I know, and burgers used to be a nickel, but we're not. This is.
Well, I didn't live through that time.
No. But wait, it gets even better though. Listen, I know maybe the $4 Biggie Bites combo that's only 2 things for $4. And what used to be 4 for 4 is now 4 for 6.
And what used to be the $5 biggie bag is now 6.
But what if I told you they have an $8 Biggie bundle? This includes 2 sandwiches from the choice of crispy chicken sandwich, junior cheeseburger, junior bacon cheeseburger, or double stack.
Sounds like you're rapping.
You get 2 and a junior fry and small drink. That feels like the best value, I guess. That's 5 for 8.
Yeah.
But you could get 4 for 6.
Why are they only showing you 4 things in the picture, though?
Because
they're only showing you the 2 sandwiches, the fry, and the drink. Is it 5 things?
Oh, yeah, it's because you're not getting the nuggets. So you're replacing the nuggets. So you're right, it's 4 for 8.
It is still 4 things?
Yeah.
Wendy's. Do you think we're dumb? Do you think we're fools?
And this math really isn't checking out.
No, it's not.
How, like, the nuggets are worth $2. 4 nuggets is worth $2 in the 2 for 4. But then the nuggets, it's not mathing. This math is not mathing to me.
This is not a good deal. This is all a disguise to make you think you're getting good deals. And it might be in consideration of what you can find at other food establishments, other fast food places. It might be a good deal. But compared to what they previously had on their menu as of yesterday, then this is not a good deal.
But you have to wipe that from your memory.
I don't want to do a brain wipe.
You're just going to be happier if you just accept this is what we have today and stop thinking about the past, because the past was better. The past was better.
Way better.
We need to Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, the 4 for 4, because it's not coming back. It's not going to be here again. Wendy's will not do that.
Sometimes
they can't afford to. It's too good of a deal. It was too good of a deal at the time.
I mean,
and now inflation is running rampant.
It definitely was a good deal, and I'm going to be grieving over the $5 biggie bag.
They cannot offer a $5 biggie bag with tariffs. They can't do it.
What are the tariffs doing to Wendy's?
They just can't. They can't do it.
This is ridiculous. Stop defending them.
Thanks for listening to the RadioU podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.